It took me 40 years to realize that this has been the missing piece that I should have given to myself. A few years ago, I met an older lady in one of the works that I was doing. I noticed that this lady is so chatty, she's full of life, especially when she talks to people. But I also noticed that most of the time, she is by herself. She's in her room, she walks by herself, she looks so isolated and distant to me. So, one day, I finally gathered the strength to ask her why she doesn't normally join the other people, why she doesn't join the activities around. And you know what? Her answer surprised me and blew me away. She explained to me in a very compassionate way. She said, "Love, I have been into many stages of my life. I have endured a lot of relationships. I have buried two husbands, experienced the births of my children, and witnessed the births of my grand and great-grandchildren. I have enjoyed the love and endured the betrayal of friends. But there is only one thing I kept close to me." She leans forward to me as if going to tell me a secret. And she said, "I should always love myself and enjoy my own company." I was shocked by what she had told me because I never met anyone before who told me that she enjoys her own company and much more, she should always love herself. Ever since I was a child, I always thought that I could only feel love if I have friends surrounding me or if I have done something good that makes my family proud and happy. I used to believe that being loved means having the approval of the people that you know, that you love, and it never gets into my mind that I can enjoy the moment, even if I'm alone. As I think deeply into what this lady is telling me, I stumble into the word self-love. So I went into the dictionary and find out what this word means. Self-love means appreciation of one's own worth and virtue. Wow, isn't it amazing? This lady I was talking about appreciates her own virtue and worth. She did not wait for other people to approve of her before she could love herself. How did she do that? This made me go deeper into this subject. There are times when I made mistakes at work, and for the next few days and sometimes weeks, I keep telling myself in my head that I am a loser, I'm a stupid, and I'm not good enough. If we tell ourselves that we are stupid, we are a loser, we are not good enough because we made mistakes in life or we made bad decisions before or we failed to do something, then we are not really loving ourselves, isn't it? So how do we treat ourselves if we make mistakes? Good question. We should be kind to ourselves. If we treat our friends with kindness and consideration if they made mistakes, then we should do the same for ourselves. Do not guilt trip or shame yourself because you made mistakes. Remember, no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. So, develop a positive self-talk. Our self-talk is very important because it is like someone talking to us inside our head. It's always there. It doesn't go away. It's our inner dialogue. Tell yourself that you can learn from your mistake and that you can improve. Tell yourself that you can do better. You need to act as your own cheerleader and give yourself compassion. If no one can give that to us, we have the responsibility to give it to ourselves. And that is giving ourselves love. This brings me to the next idea that if we make mistake, we should learn to forgive ourselves. Forgiving ourselves is an act of self-love. Since we are human, we all make mistakes. No one is exempted. That's a fact. If we made mistake to someone, hurt someone, we should go to that person and ask for apology. If for some reason that person doesn't forgive us, always forgive yourself. You don't need that approval from that person to forgive yourself. Choosing our inner circle also gives a big influence in giving love to ourselves. What does it mean? If there is an inner circle, there is also an outer circle. So our inner circle are the people Who are we close with? These are the people who could be our families, our relatives, our best friends, or the people that we look up to. So our inner circle gives a big impact on who we are because these people can give influence to our life, how we see ourselves, and how we plan for ourselves. So choosing our inner circle doesn't mean that we don't have to be friends with the people that we don't look up to or we don't agree with. We are not fun to be with because we still have our workmates, we still have our neighbors, we still have our relatives or other relatives that we don't look up to. So we still have to be civil with other people around. My point is, we have to be mindful who are the people that will give us the best influence. This reminds me of my experience before when I was a uni student. I used to be part of a group of girls. We studied together in school. We had lunch together. Sometimes we go shopping together. Then one day, one of the girls in this group confided to me that she doesn't agree with the other girls in the group because she doesn't like the opinion that they express. They don't like the way they talk. And then I realized that even if you are in one group and you do things together, there are a lot of differences that you experience as well. This made me think that even in your inner circle, there are still people that you don't agree with, doesn't agree with all your opinion. So that gave me a big experience because later on in life, I came to be very mindful about who the people that I associate with because they will be the one who can impact me in my day-to-day experience. Choosing your inner circle is very important because these people can affect your mindset and values. Which brings me to the next step of giving self-love, which is guarding the gates of your mind. In this day and age, information can be accessed everywhere. We get information from television, from internet, from social media, from newspapers, from books, and even from the people around us. In loving ourselves, we need to be mindful on what information we are willing to take. We need to be mindful that the information we're taking in is useful for us in the right way, because this can affect on how we think, how we say, and how we feel for ourselves. We have to be mindful that whatever information we're taking in could help us in one way or another and not dangerous to us. So in giving love for ourselves, be mindful of the information you're taking in because it will affect the way you think, feel, and the way you look at life. So our brain is like a computer. Whatever we put into our brain, that's what we put out as well. We have this acronym we call GIGA, G-I-G-A, which means good in, good out, or it could be garbage in, garbage out. So we have to be mindful that whatever we put in our brain is beneficial to us and it will affect us in a positive way. Because whatever we take in, that's what also we take out. Whatever information we take in, that's what we're going to feel, think, and say. So in giving love to ourselves, be mindful that we're only taking in the good things that is beneficial for our own good. And that's what I called guard the gate of your mind. Next step in giving love to ourselves could be very subtle, but I could tell you now, this is very crucial based on my personal experience. And that is spending alone time or spending time for yourself. So what does this mean? Are we not spending enough time with ourselves? If you think about it, by the time you get up in the morning until you get back to bed in the night, what do you do? If you go to work, you probably get up in the morning, have a shower, have breakfast, go to work, go home, have dinner, and go back to bed. If you're a student, instead of going to work, you still do the same. You just go to school and go back to bed at night, go to sleep. If you're a full-time mom, your days could be full on, doing household chores and taking care of your family's needs. So every single day, we are doing things for everyone, probably except for ourselves. So spending time with yourself or your alone time is a time that you solely dedicate for yourself. It's an intentional time that you spend for yourself. This is not the time when you think about when to answer your math assignment. This is not the time when you think about when you will do your household chores. when you will do the laundry, what are the tasks that you need to do in your work, what are the things that you haven't done yet. Your alone time is a time dedicated for yourself alone. So you could spend your alone time in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, few hours. It depends on how much time you give for yourself. The key thing is you are dedicating this time for yourself in a meaningful way to you. You may ask, why do I need to spend time for myself? And what can I do during those times? Those are very good questions. There is a lot of research study that shows the benefits of spending time with yourself. Some of these benefits are, it can improve your mental health. It will make you reflect who you are. It will give you space to breathe. It will also increase your productivity. It will increase your creativity. And also it will make you think of where you are on your journey in life. Those benefits that I have mentioned, I actually experienced them all. I am an avid practitioner of spending time with myself. I make it a point that in a day, I blocked certain time to spend time for myself. You may wonder how many minutes or hours you're going to spend with yourself in your alone time. Well, there is no accurate answer to that. The most important thing is whatever you are doing, you are enjoying it. Everyone has their own kind of activity. Some people like painting, some people like walking, some people likes to spend sitting down thinking or just reading a book. Everyone has their own thing to do that they enjoy. I think the most important thing is after what you are doing in your alone time, you feel relaxed, happy, contented, and empowered. I hope you learned something today about how to love yourself. Those are my 5 top tips. If you learned something from this video, please hit like and press subscribe for the next videos to come. If you want me to deep dive about certain topics about personal development, please leave a comment below. So bye for now. Thank you for watching. Please be kind to one another and peace.